Hey, everybody, welcome to the Insufferable Bastards podcast. Hello, Shuli.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
The only time anybody watches this podcast is when we talk about Stuttering John.
Hi, this is Stuttering John Melendez from The Howard Stern Show.
It's all Long Island to me.
The second she saw the face, she said, "Oh yeah, that was him."
Oh, you're the guy that played fake clips of me. Yes, I remember now.
It's a stupid name, but maybe it's worth listening to. How the fuck do I know? I got my own problems. I got hemorrhoids and shit. When I wipe my ass, it looks like a chocolate-covered cherry. All right, good gee.
And then I didn't have sex with her, so she dumped me, and then I had to have sex with a mother of four.
Is this the real Carlos Danger, or is this a Carlos Danger impersonator?
This is the real Carlos Danger. Ray, believe the guy who got pushed off Cheers.
Is Carlos Danger trying to talk smack? Is that what Carlos Danger is trying to do right there? Wow,
he's a feisty fat guy. He's a feisty fat
I know
guy.
he's a fight, but you know it's funny because I make fun of like Shuli or whatever trying to beat a dead horse, but I mean Carlos, he's trying to ingratiate himself in the Dabbleverse more than anybody I've ever seen. I mean he's desperate for the Dabbleverse. Danger?
Yeah, you can.
Is Danger coming?
Link. Yeah, send him the link.
I'm asking you.
He better not. He better not get in here. Danger doesn't want this.
Ray, I'm asking you, did you send it to him?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, so he's backstage.
Okay, let me read these super chats. We'll get him in.
Bring his ass on now.
Carlos's family. Shut your
Danger!
big yapper.
What's your problem, Alex
Hang
Stein?
on. Hang on. Let me read these.
So you're a moon landing lover, huh? So you
We
love the moon
landed
landing.
on the goddamn moon.
Yeah, right. You wish, but
How
do you believe
dare
the
you say I'm
government?
trying to ingratiate myself on the Dabbleverse? Silk City hot sauce, pain in the brain, Ray DeVito hot sauce, now available.
Goes
Discount
great on
code-
a steak.
Discount code RAYTARD.
And I have a sauce. I forget the name of my sauce, but it is delicious. If anybody wants to buy it, it's that Silk City hot sauce. I think it's called Prime Time sauce or Prime Time with Alex Stein.
I flew to the moon and back.
He's
Be
doing
quiet.
so well, he doesn't give a shit about his sauce, Ray. You hear that?
No,
Yeah.
dude, I'm the sauce boss. I don't even, dude. I just get the checks in the mail. It's called mailbox money, dog.
Did you hear? He urinates on people's luggage. Did you hear that, Carlos?
I thought that was Kevin Dumbfuck.
No, that's what he did
That was
on a
Frank
TV.
Castle. No, what I did is I took all the poop and fecal and I signed a treaty making that all not exist in the house anymore. But before I was there was copious amounts of fecal matter, urination, throw up, mixed with food, mixed with semen. I think there was blood.
What does this have to do with Frank Pellegrino?
No, it's
Frank Castle. Frank Castle.
Frank
Oh,
Castle.
I
He was
bet.
on.
He's a different guy. See, there's a Dabbleverse, and this is the same Hydeverse. It's a totally different corner of the internet, and that's what
They're
I'm
scarier.
also.
They're scarier.
They're
All right.
scarier, yes.
Let me
That's why I
read
like
these
the
super
Dabbleverse.
chats and then hang on. A
We're at
says
war, Stein.
I'm late,
No,
Ray, but
Carlos.
awesome to see Prime Time 99.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Insufferable Bastards. My name is Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast, joined by my co-host, Mr. Brian Spears. Hello, Brian.
Hello, hello.
So it's 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I want to welcome back our guest, my friend and yours, the most respected man in the Dabbleverse, Obnoxious John. Hello, OJ.
Good morning. I don't know about the most respected man, but I'll take it.
Buttering J says so.
That is true. Good morning, guys.
Congratulations on getting monetized. Check out OJ's channel if you don't know it already, youtube.com @obnoxiousjohn. In about a half hour, we're going to have Jake Husden joining us. I believe it is his debut performance here or appearance on the Insufferable Bastards podcast. So I thought for the next hour or so, we would talk about who is the Dabbler. Hello, Dave Dallafor. Hello. 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 People are saying good morning. Hello. We would talk about who is the Dabbler of the week, sort of the Hackverse week in review, but I have to be honest, I was a little out of the loop. So I am a fraud. I really shouldn't be bestowing any type of Dabbler of the week on anyone, but I'm going to do it anyway. These guys know who I'm going to pick, and there's going to be a debate. But that's that. Topic 1, best of the week. What was the best of the week? What was the worst of the week? Brian, your thoughts in general. Is there anything that jumped out at you this week in the Dabbleverse, Hackverse, Mudverse, or according to Kevin Brennan, whatever this all is?
Well, I'm always going to say Kevin Brennan still does the best broadcast, if that's considered in the Dabbleverse. But I think my favorite thing, which I think was this week, all this is running together because of the holiday in the middle or the beginning of the week.
July 4th, yeah. It
screwed this whole week up.
It's like 2 weeks in one. Yeah.
But it was Chad streaming Shuli's wife, to me, was the best thing that happened.
Oh, man, you like the gutter. All right.
I mean, listen.
You live in the muck and mire of the Mudverse.
I just think like there is a man that could not take it anymore, and the only way, because I was watching them stream Chad, and their reaction, they didn't know what to do. The Joe guy and the other guy,
Joe, the producer, I believe he took it down momentarily. Apparently,
well, yeah, like they just didn't know what to do. So I thought if Chad was going to go back, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but let's just face it. There is we do need a hypocrisy police force in this group, but I don't think
This is the hypocrisy police.
John is the right guy to run that
right.
force.
And we'll get to some of that later. But
what I'm saying is if you're going to shoot in the mud, I don't know, Chad still does it the best.
We have a $2 super chat from Dayla for OJ the Great.
Thank
you. One thing I love Dave Dalafor, $2 at Bill Bixby. Loved your show, The Magician. This guy played the Incredible Hulk and had a show called The Magician. I don't remember that. That's a deep cut, Mr. Dave Dalafor. Obnoxious John, is there anything that jumped out this week for you and whatever all this is?
What jumped out? Something I think that you're going to get to, but I think what's going to be remembered the most from this week, no matter what we all talk about today or this week or whatever, was the hype train. The hype train with John and Chad was amazing, and that's going to be played for years to come.
Remind me not to share. Remind me not to share outlines with OJ because he's just trolling me at this point.
No, I promise you. I promise you, I would have picked that regardless had you shared that or not.
My nephew came over when that was playing, and he loved it.
Even he knew it was cringe. All right, for me, let me get a clip together. Our guest is here, but he's early. We're going to have Jake, we're going to have you on at 10:30 if you want to hang out for a little bit or come back.
It might be a little bit after 10:30. We'll see. Jake, just be patient with us because if we don't bring you in at exactly 10:30, don't worry, we will get to you.
Yeah. I got a whole thing planned. I want to hear. We're going to be talking to Jake later about his beef with Ray DeVito, which I'm ignorant of. I know he's talked about it, but I don't really understand what's happening here. But the first thing I want to play here, I'm talking about what jumped out for me, and I think the thing of the week was this disparity between what Stuttering John was and what he is today. I'm not a fan of this Stuttering John shtick, right? For months, people told him to lean into it, whatever that phrase is. I don't even know what that means. But now it seems like he is leaning into it by doing these exaggerated voices, these exaggerated faces. And I saw Kinky Loco, who I believe is banned from this page, but he had a comment somewhere saying like, no, this John's going to get tiresome very quickly. And I do agree with him. So I put together this clip. Mind you, I'm no video editor, but this is a John appearance, I think, from the Stern Show in maybe the early 2000s. I don't know. They're talking about a Vegas trip that was coming up. I tried to check Mark's Freaking to see where it's from, and I'm not 100% sure. But it's interspersed into that. It's a fight between Howard, Gary, and John, or really Gary and John with Howard weighing in like he always did. And just the contrast between back then to what he's been doing this week is, I don't know, sad or enraging.
So he always does that to me.
And John's snickering over in the corner.
So John's laughing.
That's why I'm laughing, though.
And he gets, well, you don't need to be laughing.
But I'm laughing at you.
No, you're not.
Gary thinks I'm laughing at him.
You are. Well, no, you're laughing at my reaction to Gary.
Yeah, well.
And it's not helping.
Okay, but it's fucking.
And Howard's laughing. You think Howard's laughing at me? Howard's laughing at you laughing at me.
Right. You're getting me going.
All right, but I'm laughing at you.
So I said to
Shuli
Okay,
you
so I
seem
got
to
it.
know.
It's done. I got it.
That's all. Don't bother me with that nonsense.
And that was the conversation I thought was amusing.
Yeah, but you can't sit there.
And sort of my point here is when you look at the old John, he's able to carry a conversation. He's dealing in the back office radio stuff. He's playing people against each other. He's able to communicate clearly. He's not just doing this bullshit face stuff.
You can't sit there and laugh at your boss like that.
It's not about
Not
laughing
at
at
my
your
boss.
No,
Yes, it is.
You know what? It's not about that I'm his boss. He's laughing at me. It's that we have 7 minutes to cover stuff, and I just find that when I'm trying to get you to answer stuff, John's laughing takes your attention away from what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Hey, Howard.
Then I won't laugh.
Yes, Casey.
Howard, that is the biggest pet peeve I have about John.
Shuli, eres mi pera. Shuli, eres mi pera.
It's just that you are such a ball breaker. I mean, he's trying to get stuff done, and you just sit there and you just laugh. And
Spoken from a true guy, a true child molester over here.
Oh, that's something different. But
Yes.
no, but dude,
That's something different.
No. If you
Oh yes. Bomb, it's coming. Melendez and Brennan together.
You're just
I'm
trying
a ball
to.
buster 'cause
You
you're
got
right.
no. You
And
got.
and I break your balls.
If he's molesting children, it's in his off hour.
Yeah, look, we got like
Okay.
it's like 6 minutes to get stuff done, and you're in here just goofing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's funny.
Howard makes me laugh sometimes, and I laugh.
Oh,
And I think that we know what we're laughing about.
No.
He's got a private
There's no
joke
we.
going with
Okay.
you.
All right.
I look up.
Dula.
Gary's talking to me. I'm seeing the absurdity of a situation, but if I look up and see you laughing at it, of course
No,
I'm
but
going to laugh.
sometimes Gary screws up on some of the, like, the factual.
Okay, and you're right.
He does.
And you're-
Okay,
but wait a
then
second.
then I giggle. I do.
But you're not there to.
Why?
You are my
critique.
personal. You follow me to point out my every flaw.
Larry Jerry, John is drunk. Now, Ted, this is my second 12-ounce beer. I'm not even finished with it yet.
And I don't need that kind of help. Here.
I understand, but I'm not. It is not out of hate.
I'm not sure.
All
That
right.
is some sort of weird anger. I'm not sure if it's hate.
It's not. It's not at all. I like.
I think. But I think if
Wouldn't an alcoholic be going for the bottle every 2 seconds of every day?
if you goof on me, it makes you somehow feel better about yourself. I really do.
Well, I think we're all guilty of that, but I mean that's not really the case with you. I like it. They just take it up to the Friars. We had lunch.
I don't think you dislike me.
Ted, ask me if I drink when I'm at school teaching.
You want me to ask you?
Yes.
Hey, John, do you drink when you're teaching at school?
No.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that coming.
Is you enjoy goofing on him.
Oh, come on.
And there's always a
You
weird
do, you goof
dynamic.
on it.
Is that why you like Gary?
I like Gary because he does a good job.
Okay, wait a second.
I don't particularly like Gary.
Wait a second. What are you
I
waiting
just-
a second for?
I like this job that he does
Okay,
to me.
you don't
I'm not
goof on
interested in
Gary?
him. I'm not interested in him as a person.
But see, I am.
I care less.
But I
You
am.
are-
I
yeah,
like.
no,
Look.
you're into hanging around me and getting on my good side by goofing on everyone.
You're
Thank
a
you.
jester.
And you think you're showing me that you're so much brighter than everyone
No,
else.
it's not. I like.
He's
Listen,
with you.
I do like to goof
He's
on
with
people.
you in these.
Oops, sorry, I almost played it again. Yeah, and I guess my point there is just, I don't know, the contrast there is mind-blowing. And also in that clip at the very end there, you get an honest assessment of what John brought to the Howard Stern show, interspersed with whatever he's doing today. And I think I'm making, being Captain Obvious here, according to the chat.
But
we have
he also Stern was driving the train. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
the problem with all these
Exactly.
new things that are out there now. This new verse with John, like no one's driving that train, and John can't drive the train. Like
Kinky Loco
he's not
says
funny on his own.
this version of SJ is terrible and not funny. I agree. Fenton Mully, winning and whining is the same thing to the Mud Shark. I mispronounced Dave's last name. John, how do you say Dave's last name?
Dabbler.
Charles says John's leaning in stinks. Zero says John's already boring and repetitive. I agree. Dave Daffler. I'm going to give it a little bit of a New York accent. I'm sorry. I feel bad for whoever wore the headphones after him. Lady Di worked Stern and O&A. What a dildo, Rick says. Yeah, then this one, Chris Mack. The barrels upon barrels of alcohol he's consumed have really taken a toll. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see. And I don't know. I mean, John's back. We're supposed to be excited. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. I felt that way last week when he did all that shtick and just screamed. It's kind of sad. I don't find it funny. If he returns to podcasting, Kinky Loco said this too. I'm stealing this from Kinky Loco. If he does a show, or I'm paraphrasing and sort of adapting what he said. If he does a show where he just answers super chats like Kevin Brennan does, I think there might be some value in that. If he doesn't just drop the shtick and answer sort of honestly or as honestly as you can. I think that's more entertaining. And please don't return to politics. There's no way Stuttering John should be talking about politics. In fact, none of us should be talking about politics. Fuck all that.
Yes.
I'll say that the worst thing, my worst thing of the week is OJ's best. I thought the hype train was just, I don't know. It was tough to sit through. Hopefully you're not seeing my porn history here. But here's the hype train with everybody.
Oh, fuck you, Bruce. Fuck you, thank you. Fuck you, John. I want to go dance, Tony. Dance, Tony, dance. Fuck you, Posse. Fuck you, Silent Night. Fuck you, get up the Sunday.
This goes on for, whoa. All right, we can't watch. OJ, why did you like that? You just like to see people make asses of themselves? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. John
like
was
the train
making
wreck?
a complete ass of himself. I love it. And again, I mean, that clip is going to be played for years to come. Nothing we talk about or have talked about this week is going to be remembered. That clip will be remembered.
Yeah, I think Kinky Loco mentions it in it's the when you see it in the clip, it's hilarious. I mean, for 2 hours, I could understand this being annoying.
Elisa's eyes, don't know if I'm saying that correctly. John is back. His screaming meltdowns show a new level of his acting range, a true performer. Kinky Loco says, leave politics to the gun-toting producers of this world. Jeff Closer says that was funny. He was a fan of that like OJ was. Garth Heritage, the little guy in the right, Tony, was ego trolling John brilliantly. I don't know. I think I have nothing against Tony Mazer, but I think he's the one person in this whole thing that has less charisma than me. Dave says the hype train looked
Agreed.
like three epileptic seizures. Well, you don't have to agree so wholeheartedly with the I have no charisma part. Kiki Loco about the hype train. This part is funny in a vacuum, but considering he acted like this for the entire 2-hour stream, was old by this point. Yeah. David Skywalker, who apparently I was watching a Ray replay. I didn't see it live. Ray put David Skywalker in timeout or something like that. David Skywalker, who's been there since like day one.
Yeah,
Ray was arguing with Genta and David Skywalker, who, okay, maybe they're saying negative things, but they've been there since day one.
Yeah, you don't you don't do that. Come on, Ray.
Yeah, Ray, I don't know. Although it's nice to see Ray fight back a little bit. He said, I just cut my ears off.
And David
sometimes that's too
Skywalker
loud.
is also a beloved chatter of Jake, so we like David.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, I see how it is, John. Anybody who gives money, that ups them a couple.
Well, no.
You learn how to
don't
pronounce
know.
their last
I
name.
honestly
get how
don't
it
know if
is.
he's ever given Jake money, but I know he's there to support Jake, so.
All right, so we got Jake coming on. He's waiting backstage. He's going to come on in 10 minutes. I want to quickly go through Dabbler of the Week, right? These are the nominations on Twitter from a couple of people for Dabbler of the Week. Carlos Danger, according to Bill Loney. Thank you, Bill. My nominee is you, Carlos. You risk your mental and physical health, marriage, career. Bill, do you know something that I don't know? That last part about my career made me a little nervous. I don't know what kind of ops are going on behind the scenes, but give me a fucking break. Just to hang out with a bunch of idiots on the internet, you should be Dabbler of the Year. Okay, that's nice, Bill. Bill had a couple in him. Thank you. Husey says Ray DeVito is the Dabbler of the Week. 100% it's the Blood Shark. From his Alex Stein interview to his reaction during Z-Man versus the Rev, etc., it's Ray, the Chinfluencer, DeVito. My Lost Interest said Dabbler of the Week is Stuttering John with Zumak and Mazer. right? Last week we picked Zumach, so you can't have it twice in a row. And then Kinky Loco said Tony Mazer. I'm going to say, all right, here's my argument. Dabbler of the week, according to me, Carlos Danger, my fake name for this show. Shuli.
Of course you say Shuli.
Shuli is the Dabbler of the week. I'm going to say because
hey,
of this.
Thanks, Carlos. I know you like to lick my balls, so thank you very. We talk about you all the time.
What are you on Monday morning?
I didn't realize Shuli's making an appearance. Thank you very much. But all right, so he's got Dave. Can you say that, John? Because now it's a mental block. All right,
just try to do it like Bob Levy. Dave Daffler, $2. Ray the Fortune Teller. Thank you, Bird.
Then Kinky Loco says you have a perfect Shuli impression, so you should do the whole show as Shuli. But look, he had the Stuttering John stuff, right? He mixed it up with Stuttering John. I don't know. It seems like multiple times. He's at war with Kevin Brennan and Misery Loves Company. He's at war with Chad Zumach. His page views or his video views were pretty strong all week. I know there's talk that it's imploding and this, that, and the other thing. Well, it might not have been as high as it was a year ago. You can't deny the fact that collectively the BS show is on the rise, as is some of the other shows on there. Their stream sniping with Chad got views. You know, I think I don't know how you can argue against Shuli being the Dabbler of the week. Put your personal feelings aside. Put your bias aside. Shuli, this shit revolved around him this week to some extent. Even noted Shuli critic Brian Johnson, I wrote it down from Comic Book Men, gave Shuli props for his interview or his screaming match with Stuttering John. So even the most eloquent Shuli critic in this world gave him props. So I ask you, Brian, I ask you, OJ, I ask you, chat, tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
That's all you got. That's all you. That's it.
I mean, you asked us to tell you if you were wrong.
With all the evidence I just. All right, go ahead. Let's debate it.
Let's
debate it.
go.
I mean,
we got 7 minutes before Jake's gonna file a grievance.
He's not funny. I thought he was a coward when he fought.
He's not funny in general. But what about this week? I'm talking about this week.
No,
you can't. You're saying
his fight
life.
with Stuttering John, he did nothing. Stuttering John, in my opinion, beat him on that one. He's way more entertaining. I don't like. Again, I mean, Shuli's just he's a carpetbagger. He came into this world.
Carpetbagger?
Yeah, like he has nothing to do. Like he should not be.
He was on the Howard Stern show. How could he be a carpetbagger?
Was he? I mean, listen, I did one bit with the Stern show. It's more memorable than anything he did in his 15 years. And I'm not even. And I'm not funny.
You got to name the bit.
Well, I did. You've been Richard Christie.
What was that?
When he had a skin disease on his hand and Stern threw him out of the studio.
All right, so it's not Shuli. Then who is it? Who's the Dabbler of the week?
In my opinion, the one that's got all you
in
guys.
My opinion. Yes, your opinion.
He's got all your panties wet. It's Stuttering John won this week. Stuttering John is what you guys have been talking about all week. You've been waiting forever, and it's all this. Whether you hate him, like him. Everybody is talking about. I mean, I've seen 13 shows from Obnoxious John just on Stuttering John alone this week.
I think Ray had a better week than Stuttering John. All right,
I'm not saying better. I'm not saying
down.
what I'm saying is he's got all you guys all revved up.
I agree.
You know, I saw.
Why do you put yourself outside of all this? You guys, like you're somehow
listener.
better than us.
I don't type on this thing. I just listen. I'm not as invested. I don't have a Discord thing, or I don't know your guys' real names
Discord,
in
obviously.
real life. I don't know any of this stuff.
Yes, and I'm going to agree with Spears.
OJ.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with
Spears. He's just doing this to. You.
Well, no, it did depend on his answer because we don't want a three-way tie because I had.
Well, then we bring in Jake Hudson.
Two
honest answer.
Oh, well, it is. It was either going to be Stuttering John or the Dabblers themselves because of all this John.
Oh, thank you, Senator. The Dabblers themselves.
I mean, who are we talking about today? We're talking about John. Who is Shuli talking about? And by the way, did Shuli work for Stern? No, he worked for the news team. He was not hired as a comedian. He was not hired onto the staff of Howard Stern. He was hired as on the news team. And the only reason they hired him is because the pro newscasters or whatever you want, anchors, whatever the hell you want to call them, they didn't have any knowledge of the Howard Stern show. So they hired Shuli because he knew about the show and he could let them know about it. That was the only reason he was hired.
We're
He
splitting.
was not on the
hairs.
Stern Show.
He was not on the Stern Show.
What's
but,
his
I mean,
TV credits? Come on. What's
I mean,
his TV
technically,
credits?
none of them were on the Stern Show. They worked for Sirius, right? What's his TV credits?
Come on. What New York club has he done stand up at?
All right, so we have 2 against 1. I voted for Shuli as Dabbler of the Week. I've been outvoted. Both Brian and OJ say Stuttering John is the Dabbler of the Week. All right, Joey C says, Carlos, are you serious here? Yeah, I'm serious, Joey C. I saw something from Dr. Chow. Dr. Chow publishes a weekly power rankings. I don't think he got to it this week. It's tough to do that every week, but I think he said Chad again. Dr. Chow, who has picked Chad every week, I think, since the inception of his list. No, it was Zumak again, hands down. Assist to Stuttering John, an honorable mention to Ray. Okay, I am getting
Chow is definitely he's a little biased because he is a general in the Zumak army. So,
but again, I would have.
Although Chow backs it up with reason, that's why I like Chow.
I would have voted for Chad as well, but I do think we're all talking about Stuttering John. We all like this 2-week period of Stuttering John. I thought Stuttering John was better on that short Friday show with Kevin for a few seconds. Like at least
we're
Kevin
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Him. Okay.
Kinky Loco says, I think Chad was the real winner this week. Acid Dust says, you're very wrong. He's obviously talking about you guys. Dave posted something but retracted it. That's okay. Did I hear him correctly, or am I needed to go to the ear doctor? Yeah, Joey C is not a shuli fan.
He's a hack.
Joey C's not a hack.
No, that's what he
Kinky
always
Loco
says
says
Julie.
Chad wins. Joey C picked Chad. Okay. That's a classic bit.
Joey
Spears.
C's not going to make fun of my comedy. I'm a deuce pair.
We got Obnoxious John had best coverage. Jake Hudson says hello. All right, so it's Stuttering John. John's Corn Diff says John's Flying Snot won Dabbler of the Week in my book. So he's giving it to
very
John's.
good point.
A body secretion should get it. All right, I get it. So that's that. What else? So we did that. Wait, do I have a clip 3? I have a clip 3. Wait, I want to play a clip real fast. Oh no, it's just Brian Johnson talking about whatever. Never mind. But the other thing going on this week. All right, switching to our new topic, and then we'll bring in. Well, maybe we'll bring in Jake first. You want to bring in Jake first? Because next I wanted to play clips from Patrick Melton and Kevin Brennan, who both sort of hit the same theme this week, which I thought was interesting. Not necessarily. Keep in mind, this broadcast is not about comedy.
I say we get to that first and then bring Jake in.
All right, you want to do that? All right, Jake. So hold on 1 second. Thank you for your producing help there. So a theme with Kevin Brennan and Patrick Melton this week was that both of them essentially took a giant shit on fan-based or low-level podcasts, and I would include us in that category. There's this thought that, fans shouldn't be behind microphones, that it's less than content. And I can't say I totally disagree, but let me just play this for you guys and hear your thoughts. So this first one is Melton. And this is from sometime this week. I don't remember when.
So Joey C did a show the other night again where they're just 40 minutes of them trying to figure out how to get their audio to work. It's like, I can't play in those sandboxes anymore. I really have to step away. At least to the point, like, all these guys think they like I start picking on Joey C. Joey C has it in his head that like it's a thing and he can come on my show. Joey C can't come on my show. We don't.
And I know he's talking about Joey C, who's in the chat. I think he's using Joey C as an example here. He's not just picking on Joey C specifically. I mean, he is, but he's talking in general.
Talk to our idiots here. That may be changing coming up, but we're not having Joey C on the program. We're not going to have Little Mir on the program. We're not going to have Ray and Chad on the program anymore. They decided to go the other direction. They've decided to go away from a show and just hang with fans on Zoom calls. Everything they've made fun of. That's what they're doing now. Ray's idea of doing a podcast is going live and going, what's up, everybody? What's up?
No, he's not wrong.
That isn't what I got into this to do. And while I do a very free-form, on-the-fly show that can change completely from what it was planned to be while it's airing, it's not what I got in this to do.
All right, I keep fucking that up. Sorry. I don't know. One reaction to that is he said that Ray and Chad are going the other way by going on these fan casts and things like that. But that's just not correct, because Chad and Ray have actually been doing that for years. I mean, they went on Ski Mask when Ski Mask was brand new, and Ski Mask was just born. It was birthed from the MLC podcast. It started off as a fan cast, right? And Ray and Chad were on almost immediately. So I don't agree with him there. And basically my point of view is I don't see like this podcast, like we're no different from the chat or Reddit. It's just that we happen to express, maybe we have a bit of narcissism and we're doing it on camera. But I don't know. That's the whole point of YouTube. The whole point of YouTube is that it's not NBC. It's not a major network. It's that any idiot with a microphone can try this. So I tend to I disagree with Patrick Melton there. I get that he's obviously like, he is on a whole other level in terms of talent and podcasting and comedy. I acknowledge that, but I don't think there's room in this world for Little Mir as much as he hates me. Thoughts, either of you?
And Joey C. There's room in this world for a Joey C. I think
that might be pushing it.
No. I
Just
think,
kidding,
Melton
Joey.
brought up the fact that he has, Joey C has audio problems and half the show he's trying to, I think that's hilarious. I don't know. I guess that's me being the old school Howard Stern fan and enjoying that sort of thing on that show. So I don't know. I find that entertaining. Also, yeah, he's kind of right though about Chad. But we all know Chad's a liar. He never really tells the truth. He said he would never go on a show with a Corn or Potato or any of these people. And just last week, Chad came on and joined the Corn.
But wait, he didn't know it was coming though. He just
he got there and he stayed.
I'm just Jake, we're gonna play one more video, then we'll bring you in.
I mean, Carlos, you wouldn't even be here if Ray didn't invite a fan onto the. I mean, I think that.
Well, this podcast launched in 2016. I don't think that's
and no one listened.
Be here.
No one listened. Well, no one listened. So it wasn't until this Dabbleverse and Ray, and
it was actually Shuli. It was I interviewed Shuli.
Of course, everything for you revolves around Shuli.
Melton there reminded me, I don't know if you guys are big Sopranos fans, but when Christopher got made and he went to the pizza shop and there was a fight there and he's like, oh, I can't be in places like this anymore. I'm a made guy now. So that's kind of how I felt about him right there.
Was that the one with Benji? Was Benji in that one?
No, that was Grillo.
Sorry.
Yes.
That's interesting. Kiki Loco had something saying there's room for everybody. I don't know. I had something else to say about that, but I don't remember.
If you bring something, why not? If people are entertained, if people are tuning in, and you have whether it's 10 people, 20 people, 1,000 people, if you have people that are tuned in, why not? That is what is beautiful about YouTube. Everybody, it's a channel for everybody. It's like
people-powered media. Oh, and I know what I was going to say.
Awesome.
You triggered a thought. I mean, I used to love watching Uncle Floyd when I was a kid, right? Out of Jersey. Would watch Florida wrestling on UHF. There's something I would watch cable access, just to do that. There is a market for amateur lowbrow stuff. Maybe it's really tiny. I mean, obviously we're not going to be fucking Mr. Beast, but I don't think it should just be wholesale dismissed. I understand though, if you're a professional podcaster, making a living off this, you might not want to engage with the likes of me and Spears. I totally get that. So this is Kevin Brennan, right? This is one of his solo casts. I don't remember the date, but I mean, I love Kevin Brennan. I'm a huge Kevin Brennan fan. And in this video, in the span of 3 minutes, he touches upon a little bit about what Melton says. He bashes Blind Mike and other hacks, Carl from WATP, and then Stuttering John comes on. So this is a 3-minute clip, and then we'll bring in the great Jake Husden.
I sent Blind Mike the link. He said he wouldn't do the show. He said he would never do the show. Because what's he going to do MLC for? Right. Stay where you are, Mike. You're making a lot of money over there? You're getting a lot of gigs? Send blind Mike. Oh, you're talking about a blind Mike. Oh, I thought quiet Mike. Either Mike sucks. I mean, I like when these guys are like, he's fucking hacks. I mean, the one thing that's true, like, I'm a real comic. So these people that are on people's shows, like Blind Mike, and he's like, I'm on who are these podcasts? I'm Blind Mike. Who gives a shit? It's like these fucking guys that get on shows, you know, Little Mir or fucking or Chairman Chow, whatever the fuck his name is. But it's
Little Mir triggers people.
It's like, I'm a real comic. Chad and all these motherfuckers, no TV credit. I mean, no stand-up credits. Shuli did fucking Gotham. I mean, at least John has fucking credits. So the fact that I'm supposed to talk to a guy named Blind fucking Mike, send him a link. You send him your fucking link, you fucking hacks. Carl is always talking like what he's about to say is so hilarious that he can barely get it out, but it's usually too wordy and not funny. Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, I don't even give a shit. Carl's good at piecing a show together, but he's weak. Do you send him the link, Adam?
Yeah, I checked my email. He already emailed me.
Oh, here
he was very proactive. Here we go.
Oh, no, because I thought he gave you the wrong email.
No.
This KB lecturing us on podcasting. But the only thing is, I will say that I thought Stuttering John's best appearance in the last 10 days or since he's come back was this appearance. Yeah. I don't play the whole thing, but I thought it started off funny.
Oh, no, because I thought he gave you the wrong email.
No. You gotta turn your.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, because I thought he gave you the wrong email. No. You got to turn your phone
John,
off.
I think you're listening to the show.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. No, because I thought he gave you the wrong email. You got to turn your phone
John,
off.
I think you're listening to the show.
Oh, that's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Because I thought he gave you the wrong email. You got to turn your phone
John, I
off.
think you're listening to the show. I'm freaking out, man. Jesus Christ.
Hello?
John.
Yeah.
Your speaker is playing the show.
Oh, hold on a second.
Out,
sorry. Hello?
John.
Yes, I got it.
That's the recording. That was the loop. You got
All
it?
right. How are you?
Wait, John, is it true Chad was getting a lot of money?
Nah, he told me after that was all a friend of his was just sending a bunch of screenshots, like it was all fake.
Welcome to the world of Chad.
Well, it was funny.
No, he's a lying piece of shit. Somebody said he got 4,000 in Venmo. It's like, and unless you can prove that, Chad will go like, prove that I didn't get 4,000. I don't know how I do that, Chad, but Chad's always up to no good. He's up to no good. I know he's your new podcast partner. He's up to no good.
He's not my new podcast partner. He was my guest.
He's your guest.
And again, like how great, I've said this before, imagine a world where Kevin Brennan was on this version of Kevin Brennan was on Classic Stern. How wonderful would that have been?
That would have been amazing.
Hell yeah.
All right. So I invited Jake Husden onto this broadcast because he has a beef, possibly with me, but definitely with Ray DeVito. But before I bring him in, let's do it proper.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hey,
Sweet
hey, by the way, shut up, Mike. By the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we made him wait a half hour. He's falling asleep. I assume he's angry. Jake Husden. Hello, Jake.
Hey. I'm not reading chat because I have a detractor in your chat. Fuck you, Michaela, you fucker.
Jake, just stay with us, man. I don't read the chat really either, especially when I'm on Ray's show. I can't do it. I find it too distracting. So just go to private or whatever. Don't read the chat, man. Just stay with us.
Yeah,
We'll get through this.
I will be in my chat because
You're restreaming this on your page, which is awesome. And I think we have. Oh wait,
on
let me
Twitch
put
too.
up.
It's on Twitch too. We're on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, beautiful. That's good to hear. So, Jake, we picked, well, I didn't pick, but the vote was 2-1, naming Stuttering. Wait, hold on. Let me finish my question. Stuttering John was the Dabbler of the Week. Who was the Dabbler of the Week for you?
Shuli, duh.
Oh, I should have brought you on. Why Shuli?
Because here's the thing. He have basically... OJ might have gave me a spoiler about what you were picking for the Dabbler of the Week.
Wait, what? Note to self: never share anything with OJ. Puts it on the town square.
I did happen to mention it to Jake, and I asked him not to mention that. But so thank you, Jake.
And the best beef in the history of all this is Rob Saul versus Jake Huston. The Rob Saul show. Jake sucks.
Who in the fuck is Rob Saul?
Nobody knows, Jake. Nobody knows.
By the way, Opie had the best line about that. I said Rob Saul. It's like, who in the fuck is Rob Saul?
Oh yeah, did you leave Opie stream to come on here?
No, he kicked Stevie Lou because Deathpool paid $199
to get rid of Stevie Lou. Okay, that's something. I was going to invite Stevie Lou on, but I'm going to go bankrupt because like I if somebody comes on and that happens, I try to pay them in advance. But
yeah.
Joey C, why Shuli? Same reason you said, Shuli Carlos. Dr. Chow, Shuli is trolling Jake, telling him he's getting a show on his network. Yeah, are there promises of some type of show coming on the Shuli network with you, Jake?
Actually, I'm not. I'm working. I'm focusing on my own network. Fuck Shuli.
Fuck Shuli. Wait a second. So all right. So you say fuck the Dabbler of your pick for Dabbler of the Week?
I'm gonna say this because I'm just gonna focus on myself, and I'm not saying F Bob Levy. I love Bob Levy and Gino.
If it
Levy.
happens, it happens. I get what you're saying. saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna focus on that show, and I will never be. If Bob asks me to do a show with him, I'll do it, but I won't do it. If Shuli sends me a link, I'll just send it to the. I'll tell him to stick it where the sun don't shine.
All right.
Unless Bob Levy sends the link, because Bob Levy's my friend.
Oh, got ya. Okay. So it's like a good cop, bad cop thing. Okay, so you hate the management Levy, there. I get it.
Because producer Joe yelled at me because I sent an email with a picture of Mike Morse, and I got said, "Do not send any more things. We don't even open your fucking emails. Send them to Shuli." But it was email it was an email for the show.
Oh, producer Joe got nasty. Well, I mean, he's a psycho, so that's expected. He's got antisocial personality disorder, I think. I could be wrong. Jake, though, I want to get the reason I invited you on, though. I want to get to your. I don't know if that's Jake or John. I want to get to your beef with Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito is a great American. He's a hero. He's a working class hero.
You got the screenshot why I hate him.
Okay, I don't have that available, but because wait a second. Okay, so Ray's fans during one of his broadcasts on the Shuli Network.
No, not that.
All right, explain it to me. I don't know where the goddamn screenshot is. I have thousands of screenshots. You know pornography I consume and take screenshots of? Me and Rob Saul?
The Airy one. The one that he was like, stay away. He's telling me to stay away from Airy.
Oh, okay. So all right. So why did that hurt? All right. So the background there is that you had some type of crush. You professed your love to some extent to Ari Jane, who's a longtime friend of Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito intervened. According to him, he wanted to let you down easy because he knew it wasn't going to go anywhere with Ari Jane. So he took it upon himself to message you. This is weeks ago, saying, "Hey, she's my lady."
Yeah.
But it sounds, I don't know. I know Ray. He wasn't trying to hurt your feelings.
By the way, Shuli Network has a frog with a gun. I have a dragon with a flamethrower.
Oh, cool. So when are you going to resolve this beef with Ray? This fake beef?
We're not.
Why?
We're not.
Come on.
I don't listen. Ray DeVito is not in. I have 101 problems, and Ray DeVito ain't one of them. By the way, who is the guy in the yellow shirt?
I'm Brian.
Brian Johnson?
No, Brian Spears.
Oh, the makeup artist.
That's me.
Yeah, that's all his creepy crap in the background that he makes.
You're like a living Rorschach painting right now, Jake. It's awesome.
Yeah, sorry, my green screen is acting up.
Yeah, it's fine. I have problems with
I
green
dig
screens
it.
and
I dig it.
StreamYard.
Everyone else will give you a hard time, but I think it's cool.
All right. So speaking of Ray DeVito, I tried. I wanted to get to the genesis of your beef, but I do have some clips from Ray DeVito I want to play. That brings us to topic 5 of today's Insufferable Bastards. Ray DeVito is the greatest of all time. That's my argument. I'm sorry you have to sit through this. You can react if you want. But one thing that was the talk of the internet, and Chad Zumock raised a good point, the Ray steak bit, right? We all know on the 4th of July and the days leading up to it, Ray DeVito, stand-up comic, bought some really shitty steak to cook on the 4th of July somewhere in the bowels of Queens, right? I don't know exactly where he was.
Before we start.
But now Ray DeVito, wait, hold on. And not Carlos, Chad Zumock has a tweet saying, this is the most tired content on the internet. Anybody talking about Ray DeVito's steak is mailing it in, should hang up their podcasting gear and call it a day.
Yeah, and by the way, he works for a company that has a steak person, but the fuck that he has like cheap steaks that so
they're just supposed to give Ray a steak for him to butcher.
Right? No. What you need to do first is he needs to grow a set, and by the way, buy his own house. He doesn't want to buy.
Well, they're making fun of him buying cheap steak. You think he can afford a house? That's my only thing.
You're not
He's
a fan of his living situation.
He's a millionaire.
No, because Shuli doesn't pay.
All right, so one aspect of this whole Ray steak thing, Ray kept saying he built the grill, which was really weird to hear because we've all grilled and you built the grill. However, according to Elise, his friend, confidant, and an eyewitness who was there when Ray cooked the steak, Ray did in fact build a grill. Now she says both here, but let's take a listen.
Icky, look
Tell
at
me
you.
the numbers.
Love you, darling. Thank you so much for that. He's explaining that he made or built the grill, but upon further explanation, it sounds like they just flipped the grill over and got it ready. Is that accurate?
Yeah. That one.
Well, or was it?
The latter. Yeah.
Well, both kind of sound like making a grill, if you ask me.
I mean, there were multiple components. It was a little bit like a Lego situation, but I wasn't there. I wasn't present. So I think Ray did actually build a grill out of like what was like parts of one grill and parts of another grill. And if you could tell that one was larger than the other.
All right, so there it is at whatever public housing courtyard Ray was at the time or wherever he was in the dregs of New York City. There were public grills separate and apart from each other in different pieces, and he put them together. Ray DeVito did, in fact, build a grill, ladies and
A
gentlemen.
surprise. Shuli ragging on Ray for something again. How long were they
Needs
making
that
fun of Ray
content.
about this grill? And then, guess what? Shuli, it backfired because Shuli was wrong the entire time. What a shock.
Sorry.
What is your reaction to this Ray building a grill, Jake?
Actually, you know what? Building a grill is easy, but the one thing is he needs to stop. Like, what Shuli does. People don't realize is you got to do business outside of the show, because when they do these shows, they're
You should be his manager.
obligated-
You should hit him up and be like, Ray, I'll manage your social media and shit.
Fuck. He already has a Altus Flynn. That guy Altus Flynn.
I don't know who that is. All right, let's play
But
the
it
last
works.
20 seconds.
The most important thing is it works.
How much lighter fluid was used to get that thing going?
A decent amount, but not too much.
Nathan
I mean, to
Diaz
get it
took a
going and
big
like stay
poop.
going. I will say that I did instruct on the, on the coals, on keeping the fire happening. But then I made an amateur move and stepped away from that so I could go and make chimichurri sauce. Because when I think of skirt steak, I think of chimichurri sauce.
I don't even know what that is. Does anyone know what that is? See, here's the thing. Like, I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. And I'll say it. I was raised, I mean, I wasn't explicitly told this, but cooking was a woman thing. That was female. That was effeminate. Everyone's like rushing to talk about, I don't get this whole side of YouTube where everyone's like bragging about what type of washer dryer they have and how much they cook. I don't know. That seems kind of unmanly. Right, Jake?
Yeah, but sometimes the men cook. But I have a question for Spears. What
Go
is
right
Black
ahead.
Friday? What is Black Friday?
Oh, it's a movie that I worked on. It's a little movie about literally the holiday of Black Friday, and
It's with Bruce Campbell from Evil
Bruce
Dead.
Campbell.
I think it's on Showtime. You can get it on pay-per-view or something like that.
Raise OCD. Oh shit.
Yeah, so this was another thing that happened because it really was the week of Ray. I would argue that actually Ray is secretly the dabbler of the week, or at least he's the dark horse. So this was the thing. Like I've been on. Oh wait, Bill Loney, $2. Oh sorry. Best chefs in the world are men. Yeah. Also, fuck their tattoos. Fucking chefs with all their stupid sleeve tattoos. Shut the fuck up with you. Sorry, but all right. So
that is lame. I agree.
I've been on Ray's show multiple times. So this really hit home for me. There is a thing where you're trying to talk to Ray and the chat is just basically jump off the roof, Ray. Jump. Do it, Ray. Kill yourself. It's like it gets pretty insane. And then Ray is reading that and unable to sort of carry on a lucid conversation with you because he's distracted by people telling him to essentially off himself. But then when a super chat comes, it just totally throws the whole thing into another level of OCD and ADHD. And producer Joe picked up on that and did this compilation that I cut down and put together. What's up, Jake?
And Ray, excuse me, Ray. Jake, come on camera, brother.
No.
You don't have to. I don't care.
Hey Carlos, I'm basically I had to go full screen because I'm not reading chat. So the people in my chat, I am not reading chat. So
all right, Jake is not reading your chat. He probably will afterward. But here is Shuli exposing and exploiting Ray's OCD.
Sign on. Oh yeah. Alex is a great guest. Always has something to say. Never shy. Doesn't hold back.
Oh, yeah. So he had Alex Stein on. And I don't know if anybody caught at the beginning of this program, I played my little encounter with Alex Stein. And my personal favorite part of it was when producer Joe asked Ray if he had sent me a link. Ray's like, I don't. Yeah, he sent me the link like multiple times.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Ray just consistently
talk over him,
cut him off. Yeah. To read fucking super chats.
Let me read these super chats real quick. I got Stokely's the man. The lack of boundaries and the back and forth of this conversation should be fascinating. Yeah, we're gonna have fun, but I recommend 0.75 playback speed. They're making fun of my. I don't know.
No, I think because I speak so fast. I guess I talk very fast. No racial slurs today.
No racial slurs today. But you got to talk to Alex about that.
Why would you say that? What?
Like there was no grill. Like I never had to like I don't know if that's a real fire behind you, but like I never had to like.
That is a green screen, Ray.
Well, but what is State Gate? Because what was the deal with the dictator promise?
I don't know if that's
I don't give a shit.
Look at him. He's just screaming over his guests. He's the $2
Look at him. I mean,
just let him
the super
build
chats
and
that I'm getting money
pick
for.
a spot
You believe
and do
it?
a fucking run.
Pick your spot. I mean, I'm getting all this money from it. But
Ray, that is a fucking green screen with OBS. You're not
About Stuttering John. Do you really give a shit about Stuttering John? I find nothing.
This is why.
Because
I love this about Ray, the fact that he, to this day, he's on the Shuli network. It has a direct connection to the Howard Stern show in the form of the three guys there. Shuli worked for Sirius Satellite or the news department, or however you want to say it. I don't know who signed his paychecks, but he was definitely in the presence of the Howard Stern show for a bunch of years. Bob Levy made regular appearances. Mike Morse wrote some song
Bob
parodies.
Levy on the Stern
and
show
Ray, hold
was
on.
Ray
And Ray
DeVito.
DeVito still doesn't know who Stuttering John is. That's the genius of Ray DeVito. What were you going to say?
I just think Bob Levy was the Ray DeVito of the Stern show.
Right, and I've told
When he
Ray
was
many
on.
times, go back and look at all those old YouTube stuff to get an idea of what Shuli is doing. So he could, but Ray just won't.
this is why you
show me the money.
Who cares?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me read that.
let me read.
Sorry. All right, we have Deadful 999. Oblivious Ray gets so overwhelmed.
Sorry, I had that like Kevin Brennan.
Also, my question about Ray, like he lived in Cleveland. Like Stern was huge in Cleveland, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know how. I mean, I guess. Well, you see him sing those horrible
Look who's
songs he
here,
sings all the time.
Carlos. Look who's here.
But how can you not know Stern in like
Show me the money.
his great that was what's his name, the DJ he took down. The funeral was epic in Cleveland.
DeBella?
Yeah,
was that
DeBella.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
All right, here's the rest
No,
of this.
not
that was
Bella.
Philly.
That was
Come on.
WMMS in Cleveland.
Yeah, but isn't that like that was a great rivalry, and he was great on Cleveland radio.
Yeah. Also, he Howard also. Let me tell you this. He also had, Shuli had. By the way, thank you. Shuli's also retired. Like, I didn't know that Mike worked for Stern. I didn't know who the fuck Mike.
He didn't work for Stern. He did not work. None of those.
Just speculating about a hypothesis.
Check.
Because here's the thing. By the way, go ahead.
Mike in song.
Greg, take off the hat.
All right. Let's listen to the rest of this.
Hey, Tim, who wins in a fight, KB or Shuli? Neither of them are fighters.
It's not the.
And he didn't even let him answer. It was a question for Alex.
So what's going on in the Dabbler? So your favorites, Kevin. The Alex guy was talking about pills and poop and pee. Who takes
Look at Alex. He doesn't know what to do. He can't get in here.
pills and poops and peas? Ow, my God, Ray. All right. That's a good one, Franklin Shackler. Alex, can you explain Adam's 22 cup situation, Ray? I think it's funny. It's funny to hear both your thoughts on the subject.
And then he just goes to the next one. He doesn't even let him explain it.
I mean, Jesus, I'm getting all this money that he's reading for. It's so aggravating to see Ray read these super chats that I'm going to be profiting from. Unbelievable.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's my message to you. Fuck you and kiss my ass.
If Shuli or producer Joe really cared about Ray's show,
Wait, Ray's genius there was that he cut off Alex Stein, the most talkative, loudest guy on the internet. That was hilarious. All right, what?
But I'm just saying, if they were really trying to help his show, they would sit him down before or after one of these shows and say, hey, like, you got to work on this a little bit better. They don't want that to happen. They want Ray to do what he's doing so they can move on it.
Right. I mean, Ray could help himself by just going back and looking at old Stern and getting an idea of what they're up to. I think he is. He was talking about it a little. I mean, he said he's retired from the BS show. He's just not into any of that. But he could help himself by getting familiar with some of that history. Because, I think the Shuli Network uses Ray pretty well. I mean, the stuff that he does on the BS show is, or they talk about, is pretty compelling. I would think Ray should, if he's not going to appear on the BS show, it's clear that his producer Joe, is watching Rock Bottom every night on Ray's channel for clips to use the next day. Yeah. Ray should send them an invoice. If he's not, just see what happens.
Yeah.
Send them a bill for $200 and see if they pay it.
He doesn't even want producer Joe. Here's the thing. I love what Andy and Austin are doing. Andy and Austin.
Those two guys are great. I will agree with you, Jake. I like Austin and Andy too.
Andy from Andy from Ontario and Austin. Oh God, this person. Dang it.
Well, here's the thing, Jake. Everybody was talking about Ray's steak, right? That was, and to Chad's point, I thought like Melton beat it to death, right? Melton turned it from Ray's inability to cook steak to whether Ray should either even be in existence. You know, it got a little far afield. To me, the best moment of the last week in the Ray DeVito world was when he had Priya on and essentially asked her to leave because he was so stoned. He had eaten edibles. He was clearly paranoid. And then this happened.
Yeah, they were very nice people, but I'm like, no, I'm not having sex.
So I'm sorry, what he's talking about is two females came up to Ray, hit on him, and apparently one was ready to go, was down to fuck, as the kids say.
That's with either one of you guys.
She eyewitnessed it.
Thank you for letting me know that the offer is on the table. Thank you.
I'm pretty impressed with how much play you get there. You know, Ray. That's pretty good. You know?
No, they were nice ladies, but
the only cat calls I get are from 8-year-olds. So, you know.
That's sick.
Yeah, what do you call it? That's why I jumped on my bike and I was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were nice. They were nice ladies.
Right.
I'm going to talk to.
I mean, Ray must have repeated the phrase "they were nice ladies" 1,000 times. Jeff Closer for $4.99. More Glenn Ross clips, please. Yeah, one of the greatest movies of all time. Undoubtedly the best ensemble cast that's ever been put into a movie.
Stuff that might bore you.
And Jack Lemmon, a cursing Jack Lemmon.
But, I would argue
True Romance. It's no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
True Romance.
You want to go across? All right, so True Romance. There's a bunch of cameos. Glenn Ross, each character is fully developed, interacts with each other. They're actually co-starring roles. You cannot compare the two. All right, so don't even try, OJ.
Okay, I'll let you slide
how
on
dare
that
you?
one.
Stuff that goes on.
What about The Departed?
That's a hack movie.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw in the Avengers,
Shuli likes
I
The
guess.
Departed, I'm sure.
Yeah, The Departed is vastly overrated.
You can hang out if you want, or you can.
So here's where Ray he's gone from talking about his thwarting of the woman who wanted to sleep with him into let's not get distracted. This whole thing's distracting into him wanting his guest to leave.
Yeah. Hey,
Sure,
Carlos.
What?
I'm sorry for calling you Ray's bitch.
No,
I
Jake, you know, we squashed that. Like, you can call me Ray's bitch anytime you want. You can make fun of anything you want about me, Ray.
You know,
I just called you Ray. Wait, come on, let's watch this. Here we
What are
go.
you talking about?
This guy Stuttering John. He was on the Howard Stern show. This might not be in your wheelhouse. If
Well, there's a stuttering comedian who does my show, so I kind of understand it.
no, he's like this Howard Stern guy. He's been going. It's going to be like Dabbleverse stuff, which. Yeah, it's going to be like inside baseball.
Here's where Ray tries to explain the Dabbleverse.
Who's this lady? Because I don't know who the fuck she
there's
is.
Oh, sure. This woman appeared on a comedy show with Ray. It was an all-female, older female comedians, and Ray was the Manther. He was the one male on this all-female bill. Ryan Sharman, Carlos, the talking pile of laundry, was offended by the no ticky, no laundry scene in The Departed.
Yeah,
I don't remember that scene.
That's when they were they were going to make the exchange with the Asians in the garage or wherever, the warehouse, wherever the hell they were, and they were afraid to come over. They brought their guns.
They brought their guns.
He was explaining to them that the automatic weapons could give them time in jail, and you don't remember that? Jesus Christ. Some freaking movie pros you guys are.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't just concentrate on the inherent racism in every movie that you guys write down like you had your Klan meetings. Okay, the best scene in The Departed is when Alec Baldwin, who steals the movie, tells them to wear a wedding ring so you don't look like whatever.
Hey, by the way, did Alec Baldwin was he the one that shot somebody in the movie Rust?
Yeah, Brian worked on that. Don't talk about it.
Sorry,
John,
Brian.
you spent the Howard Stern show.
okay.
He did like podcasting. He got in a bunch of fights with a bunch of podcasters, and I'm on a network that got. This is on my own shit.
Oh God!
But he got in fights with people on my
True.
network. Shuli, that used to be his producer. So
Okay.
I was going to ask these, but, if you don't know what's going on, it's going to bore the shit out of you.
Sure.
What was that, Jake?
Shuli wasn't the producer of Stutter and John. Stutter and John was there before.
Oh, on the Howard Stern show, you're saying.
Shuli was
Gotcha.
fucking there. Get it right, Ray DeVito.
Shuli wouldn't have been on the Stern show if Stuttering John didn't answer the phone to let
Spears
him
is
on.
building off this Jake tangent.
That is true. That's a fact.
Well, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'll let you boys talk about your.
No,
boys.
you want to talk about Stutter and John? I'll put it up. You want to see? Here, you can watch it with me.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Shuli Network covering Stutter and John. Let me figure out my They call this like stream sniping, and I don't.
We gotta get him focused on something else, Carlos.
I will. I have to open up my new browser because if you want to share stuff, it's got to be this new. That's why I need Carlos Danger. He does this stuff for me.
I agree. Ray's unlistenable without Carlos Danger.
Also, Joe does all that shit for you too. Get it right, idiot.
Oh shoot! All right, this might not work out because I gotta log into StreamYard and stuff. But so, anyways, this guy's Stuttering John.
Look, my point is that, all right, so I know how to share a screen and I know what Google Chrome is and I know the difference between sharing a clip and stream sniping. Ray's podcast is infinitely more entertaining than this one. So maybe being a quote unquote idiot is the way to be, Jake Hudson.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, by the way, I'm still learning. By the way, when we did our stuff, when OJ, who's my co-host, he's not a producer. He's just someone that helps me run stuff in the background.
How much you paying him? No, I'm just kidding. Don't. You don't have to tell me that. I'm just joking.
He's not paying me anything. I'm just helping Jake out.
I have two people that run my stuff.
Don't give them your username and password, Jake. Okay? Don't give anybody your credentials.
No.
Trust no one.
No, I didn't have to give him. I didn't have to give Stormy my password. I can just.
Stormy's nice. She's decent.
I made her an admin on my channel. She won't fuck me up.
Now, Jake,
Ian
are you still involved in the steel toe world at all, or you're just completely out of it?
I'm basically the only thing I'll say is I'll say this out loud to you. What Aaron talks to me, April doesn't.
Okay, gotcha. So I thought yesterday, Jake, you might get a kick out of this on Kumia's Cucks, the Chad Zumach program we all know and love.
I thought that was today. I thought it would be today.
Maybe there's another one coming today, but he definitely did one yesterday because I took this clip from it. And I thought I actually have to agree with Chad here. In this clip, he's going to point out some serious hypocrisy police coming from Aaron and the Steel Toe crew.
Wrong one, OJ. That's the one that
And dude, honestly, it's so embarrassing. I don't want to say the guy's screen name.
Okay.
He commented and said,
Listen to this.
imagine this being
Listen
your
to this.
community, or this being the kind of show you do, that you want to please this
How
kind
long
of
is
thing.
my show, idiot?
Aaron, you aren't covering any of the Chad and Stuttering John drama. This is why this channel is dead. It's because you won't cover the things people want. You won't give them content. I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, oh my God. No, I'm not doing retirement home drama hour. I mean, I've always said when it comes to, because we have the majority of our audience that hates drama. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want it. They just want us to do the Steel Toe morning show like it's always been.
This is how he got any kind of attention, was drama. That's the only. Nobody was tuning in to Steel Toe to find out his take on the Trump indictment. Like, nobody wants to know this stuff.
It can't be. I can't do it. I can't do that. It makes me feel boxed in. It makes me feel claustrophobic. It's tiny. It's insignificant. Nobody knows what it is.
So
either.
is your sex
Aaron by a mile.
Why did you do it? What it is?
So is your sex
Why did
life,
you do it for
man?
months? Yeah,
That's about it.
so
Jake,
Sorry.
you can always tell me pause. What do you want to
Sorry.
say?
I was
okay.
gonna say he was saying his little box. So is your sex life, Aaron. You're trying to. By the way, did people say that they're saying they might have a kid, but Aaron had a vasectomy after his last kid.
Oh, that's good.
Dave Daffler, $2.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even see that. And then I took it down again. And then I took it down a third time. Thanks for Chad's pick screwing up my TV again. Yes, somebody noted that that's a lot of Chad on there. We also had one there was a Brent one on there saying, it's Jason N. Is Jake still charging for guest spots? I hope not, although I do owe Jake.
No.
I do owe Jake like $5 because he donated to me. So I do appreciate that. All right, let's. Here's where Aaron really gets crazy because he talks about how stream sniping is somehow the bottom of the barrel.
Why did you do it for months?
Well, that's the other thing. That's the part that made me stop watching all those shows.
Why did you do it?
It's low brow. It's low class.
Jake, hold on. Let him talk. Let him talk. We got like another 30 seconds.
All right.
Want the show to get. I can't, like, the stream sniping stuff is just so. It's the bottom of the barrel, not even for broadcasters, for any kind of streamer.
Yes. W man, $2. Aaron stream sniped Opie, 100%. It's amazing the cope and the lies from this guy. He would stream snipe me. I'd be walking, doing my YouTube, getting my steps with Steve, and he would stream snipe it. He's so full of shit. There's not a bigger liar on the internet than Aaron Imholt.
So, yeah, I mean, I remember Aaron would stream snipe Chad quite regularly before it was like cool to do so. And I remember it was Corn. Is Corn Diff still here? There was one where everyone just went in. He did like a Twitch raid. He told everybody who was viewing. Aaron told everybody who was viewing him on YouTube to go into Chad's stream and to post all these comments.
It was when he was on YouTube. When he was on Twitch, he never talked about Chad. He never talked about Opie. He was talking about like people on Twitch. They were doing that. When he came to YouTube, he started all the YouTube fucking drama with Shuli, with Chad.
Yeah, I do get bothered by the fact that the only reason I know about Steel Toe is because they talked about Stuttering John. So I started watching their program. So it is sort of a slap in the face. He's done this repeatedly where he kind of takes a dump on the Dabblers.
Here's the thing. If it wasn't for Steel Toe, I wouldn't even know who Kevin Donfuck is. I wouldn't know who...
Right. Who do you think he was talking? Who do you think annoys Aaron the most with the stream sniping? Was he talking about Chad? Was he talking about Melton? Was he talking about win by 2?
I don't stream snipe Steel Toe. And by the way, I do. I'm one.
Well, who do you think he was talking about? Who annoys him the most? Anybody else can answer this too, Brian.
The Onion.
The Onion does it. Okay.
The Onion does it every fucking day.
He's pretty brutal.
I don't show anything.
And a decent critic.
Because I stream on Twitch, I cannot show Aaron's face on Twitch or any of his clips on Twitch because of...
because he was banned?
Yeah.
Wow, Twitch is weird.
I can't show any of his shit because he's banned. He was banned on the platform and then he doesn't a year ago. And he still doesn't fucking know why he got fucking banned about that.
Interesting. All right, so I just wanted to play a clip. I thought Chad made some good points there. It was valid. Whether you like, hate, love Steel Toe, Chad's points were valid.
I think this whole world is changing so quickly. I think the sniping is now part of this world. Whereas some people say they don't like it. I think it's evolving into being part of content now.
Yeah, it's a thing used for leverage. I mean, Chad did it to Ray a couple of times. Stole Ray's viewers, like stole his audience outright. I tried to do something different by jumping on Chad's stream and then going back to Ray. I don't know. I just thought that was something a little different than just you know, it's a classic bullying move.
I mean, hold on a second, Jake. Jake, one second, Jake. Jake, shut up. Sorry, be quiet just for a second.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, Jake.
God,
I love Jake, but yeah,
I do too. But sometimes you got to put him in his place. A lot of people wanted him to leave anyway, and I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, what I was going to say about the stream sniping. Yes.
Wait, can I guess? Can I guess at what you're going to say?
Sure.
Well, you're going to say that Shuli stole stream sniping from you and El Horrible.
No, I was not going to say that. Although he did.
All right, I apologize.
I mean, you know, Tukey was stream sniping the whole Chad thing first, and then Shuli acts like that was his great idea to do whatever the hell they were doing with his producers. No, but the whole stream sniping thing, yeah, it's weird. And I'm not bragging about this, but it's just funny to me that I was stream sniping John's first episode, and staying true to the Dabbleverse with John making money. John didn't really make much money, and I think I may have made more money that day just stream sniping John than John actually made.
Yeah, I wonder what that means for John in the long run, because you'd think this would be the time where people would be throwing money at him to insult him, ask him questions, get all these things straightened for the record that have been floating out there for the last 8 months. But he's not getting that. It's going to others. Will that discourage him from doing this anymore?
Well, also, do you think he'll traditionally do like? I don't think he can handle all the criticism, and I don't think he'll be able to read all those super chats if they did it in that form.
Like unless he does that protective, all that shtick. Yeah.
Because when he's always like when with Kevin or Chad, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, read it," and he doesn't, and then he'll get like angry or defensive about it. I don't see him being able to do like a KB show where he just gets on there and reads. I think he's going to be more like a Ray, where he'll get distracted and it'll actually have a problem.
Derail the show.
Sure, and he was blocking people already. So, and I think he was blocking people that were giving him money. So
wow.
Because I mean, I think that would be great to see people send him and him have to read all those all those trolling comments. I just don't see John. He's too smug for that.
And I just got to acknowledge a super chat here from Dave Dallafior. Daffala, $2. Thank you very much. And I should, before we go, thank you to Dela, Dave again, Beloni, Deadful, Jeff Closer, Dave, and Dave again. Wow, thanks a lot, Dave, for throwing some super chats at us. I always forget to give a special thanks to the people who do that. It's very much appreciated. I like that. Tiger Lily says that John is over. It's not funny when it's intentional. Agreed. I'm livid. He's going to make money sitting home.
Yeah,
again.
and I was because I don't want to see John leave. I want to see John make a couple bucks. I was even trying to send some of my beloved chatters over to John and have them donate to him because I like John around. I like that he's kind of leaning into it. I like to see the spit flying. I just love it. I know a lot of people are disagreeing with me out there, but I love it. I like to see John leaning into it a little bit.
Kinky Loco says nobody wants to throw money to someone pretending to be melting down. John is boring acting like this. I'm trying to see, is there anything else out there? Did we read this one? $2. Yeah. Mike Morris on El Horrible is great. I don't think I did.
I don't think you did read that one, but thank you, Dave.
You just did.
No, that was another one. Dr. Chow, what's your point? I'm telling you what. Is that a crosstalk, Dr. Chow? I don't know. That brings me to the end of the broadcast, essentially. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, Bill Loney. Then he docks his donators. That's true. I did catch that where somebody Venmo'd and wanted to stay anonymous and he named them, which is just like.
More than one person.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I only caught that one. That's just like. Geez.
Yes, I'll give the initials. DC was one of them.
That's all right. But are we doxing them again? They wanted to remain anonymous. Don't they want to remain anonymous?
Well, it's too late now. I mean, John already put it out there. But yeah, Spaghetti Tooth John was another one. And I think there was a few others also.
There it is. All right. So the last thing I wanted to play, it's Drunk on Cringe, right? Earlier in this broadcast, there were 2 clips I played of Patrick Melton saying like he doesn't want to bring in the low-level fan casts, low-level podcasters into his world. He doesn't want to bring, I think he's called them idiots. We don't have on the idiots. Brennan made another remark about, hacks and referring to Blind Mike and others. But I think in the last couple of months, right, we've been sort of exclusively a Dabbler related podcast for over a year now. There's new people joining. I know there's a lot of feeling that this is all going away. And of course it eventually will, that it's dying and et cetera, et cetera. But like Drunk on Cringe is sort of new to me. Dr. Chow is a new person on this scene, not exclusively Dabbleverse, but to me, there's new people coming in, new creators. So I don't see all the doom and gloom. And, so I encourage that. I think it's cool. And one of them is Drunk on Cringe, who has replaced me, the Creep Off channel. Hola Creepos. Oh, hello.
Vinny Paulino and Carl Hamburger.
Vinny Paulino, he checked on me I've mentioned this many times, at DabbleCon. I was alone. I didn't know if he was being friendly or if he thought I was in need of medical assistance. I'll never know. Maybe one day I'll encounter him again and I'll be able to get an answer. The Vaping Dago with $50. Thank you very much. That is very generous. This is for always putting up with Ray. Good show, boys.
That's awesome. Thank you, Vaping Dago.
Yeah, and Ray DeVito is he's great. I mean, just a genuine. What you see is what you get in my encounters with Ray. So I love Ray. Dominic Sin, a OG chatter. Lots of new people. I miss the OVO compound cuck wars. Yeah, I know there's a whole like sort of a generation of MLC fans from the Brian McCarthy days who are upset. I've been watching some of that on Twitter.
And just, I think you may have missed it.
He was friendly.
There
okay.
you go.
All
I was
right,
going to say, yeah, he was a friendly.
Thank you. I'd like to spread the rumor that you were concerned I was going to hurt someone or hurt myself. It's cooler, but I do appreciate it.
And by the way, Vinny, I did send you that clip you asked for like a week or 2 ago. I don't know if you've ever got it, but it's on Twitter. Check your Twitter messages.
And I want $5 from whatever that is. All right. So Drunk on Cringe. This is not from the week, but he did a great video and it's Ray related because I love Ray and it's funny without like hitting below the belt. But here is the great Drunk on Cringe.
Greg Brady kind of a fucking shirt.
Nope.
Yeah, that's
Long Island City Cleaners. Long Island City Cleaners. They sponsor my podcast. Long Island City Cleaners.
What?
ICK.
what? Wait. What do they clean?
A cleaner supports your podcast?
They give me half price clothes if I wear their clothes on my podcast.
Why don't they clean the dust off your dick?
Ray, you've never mentioned this before in your life. I've never heard of the Long Island City Cleaners.
I never heard of it either.
That's Ray at his best, right there.
You've been on everybody's show. You've never mentioned it once?
No.
No, they like me. They like my comedy.
Yeah, why don't you mention them?
Long Island City Cleaners.
Long Island City Cleaners.
Follow them on Instagram and check out.
Where are they? Where are they located?
On Steinway Street.
Oh, I know them. Long Island City Cleaners. Steinway where?
Steinway in north of Broadway.
Who negotiated?
Does anybody even know what borough he's talking about? Is that Queens?
This deal with you, Carlos Danger, or your new agent, the magician
No, they
guy?
just like me. They just like me.
From
and my
what?
comedy, other
Oh, they
places
saw you
in the
live
store.
locally.
Yeah.
Wow,
They
that's
like
pathetic. That's pathetic.
Hey, guess what, Kevin? Some people like my comedy. I know it's not fucking you. I know
Because they
you
saw you at a shit room in Astoria, and they felt bad for you.
Kevin, for episode 200 today, I thought
You don't have clothing sponsors. I have clothing sponsors, you son of a bitch.
How much they pay you?
I just get to buy their clothes for half price.
They probably give a deal to everybody.
Is that true?
You paid half price for that. What the fuck, Ray?
Speaking of price,
What the fuck?
Huh? No, it wasn't a doorman. It was a neighbor.
Hey, KB, we got a guy named Travis waiting.
That's Cabana King
Travis?
60.
All right. Can you hear me? Yeah. So that was that. I just wanted to end with that, with the great Drunk on Cringe. And OJ, I see, I don't know if you're answering these. You were getting, you answered it in the chat. Okay. I saw Chris had a question for you. But
Yes.
you took
No,
care of
he
it
was
'cause you're a
asking if I
professional.
if I knew who, if one of the former Stuttering John moderators were going to be on Shuli. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's what is it, Uncle Rico tonight? Is it? I think it's 7:00, and
Couldn't
Shuli's
tell you.
I know there's something on the Shuli Network at some point today that he's been hyping up as some type of John-related guest. So I don't know.
Of course it is.
Who it is.
This whole, just what was it, a couple weeks ago there? I thought they were longer than that. They were going to start backing away from the John content. Okay,
but he's back.
John just came back, sure, but still, that's all.
You
they
can't
got.
fault him for that. That's content. Like that's
right. I mean, that's all they got, anyways. I mean,
it'll take them off.
Other than Ray,
probably. Yeah.
Other than Ray, that's all they have.
DB says, so Drunk on Cringe is copying Hackverse Anonymous?
Or
then?
going on Twitter and looking
I
at
don't
the
see it
Twitter
as that.
feed and making that into a show.
You know what I noticed about the Shuli Network? This is just a random observation. They had on Alex Stein on Ray's show, and there was nothing done to promote it beforehand. I believe there was something, an email sent out, but I saw nothing else. And you think if you're going to have Alex Stein, he's known. They would have done more. There's an answer from the great Ryan Sharman, who hates Asians. I don't condone that.
I don't believe he hates Asians.
Kiki Loco, no one's copying anybody. Everyone has been clipping this shit long before Hackverse showed up. Maybe Don Adams?
I hope not, because I am in talks with Don Adams to come on to Be Dabbling Live.
Mike Cut says, F Uncle Rico, Carl is on soon. Yeah, I've fallen out of WATP a little bit the last couple of weeks. I gotta catch up. Tubby, why don't you professional podcasters send Ray encouragement? Help decorate his toy dresser. Send action figures. I didn't see the rest of it. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'll put you back.
No, it's okay. Send action figures to the seller.
Also, I'm hoping Carlos will be on the show one of these days this week.
I wanted to get back to that chat. There was a reason I went back to I didn't just put this up for no reason. Tukey will be on WATP today.
Oh, now what is it? Is that a Patreon only? Is that the recording they do today?
I really don't know.
Okay, I think that's what it is. All right, that's it. Anybody else have anything else they want to add? Other than that, we'll call it a day. My blood sugar's low. I've pissed off Ryan Sharman, but I did pull a Vince the Lawyer. If I'm going to get labeled an anti-Semite, I'm throwing that.
I pissed off Jake. I'm going to have to make up with him, I'm sure.
No, yeah. Hey, Jake, we love you. It was great having you on. It was just, some of it's me. I have like 16 pages of crap I'm trying to get through, and I talk too much. And there's not a lot of room, I guess, to
right.
riff
And part
on
of it was
whatever,
me
like we
too.
are now. But if he had stuck around to the end, we could do that now.
I was holding back too because I was letting Jake go, and then I finally, that's why I was like, "Shut up," because I wasn't able to. I wanted to complete a thought, so. I understand. Jake doesn't understand that. Jake is a unique individual. And that's why I said before the show started, when you bring on Jake, just be ready for it to be centered around Jake.
Oh, yeah. And Jake, you're welcome back anytime. I hope this isn't, I apologize if you felt unwanted or if the chat was too rough. I would recommend not reading chats. You just can't do that. All right. We got to shut up. This is now, let's face it, OJ snapped. Yeah, there's according to Tiger Lily, of OJ's famous.
Shut up!
Violent behavior. There's a reason OJ can't take in rescue dogs. That's a fact.
Oh, that is not true. I have a rescue dog, you son of a bitch.
I know. That's why I thought that was kind of
Let's end on this. Later, guys.
Bill Loney, $2. Hi, Spears. You're the greatest. You union guys always stick together. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. Hey. OJ, wait, follow Obnoxious John on his newly monetized YouTube channel. He's a Howard Stern expert. I love talking Howard Stern with him, watching old shows, youtube.com, Obnoxious John. And you can check out the great Jake Huston at youtube.com at Jake Huston 8452. Brian, anything you want to plug?
Now, I'll have some movies coming up soon that I can plug.
Nice. We'll
later.
Come back. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace.